Hey there, creepy peeps, and I don't know how to intro this. Welcome to a new type of video. So I talked about this forever ago when I was talking about how, I was gonna be stopping the unboxings for a little while because money. So I think I'm finally at the point now where I shouldn't be receiving any more boxes. I may slowly start to bring them back one by one. We'll see. They just cost a lot of money that I can't really afford to spend right now. So I did mention that I had a video idea to take the place of the unboxings for a while. So what I wanted to do was start reviewing some of the older horror movies. Like, I feel like even with my stale movie reviews, there's so many ones that get either that I'm picking or that get suggested to me, but like they're old, but maybe they're like, early 2000s old or 90s old or something. And there's just like so many horror movies throughout the decades that I'm just missing. So I thought I would do, like, on Fridays would be pre-70s only. So I'm only going to be reviewing movies on Friday videos that are from 1969 and prior. And that's it. Just so I can get in some of these older horror movies that I still haven't seen, because there are a lot that, that are considered like classics or they're super popular and I still haven't seen them, like this one that I'm talking about today, which is Plan 9 from Outer Space. So before I get into this, I want to say a quick thank you to my creepy patron peeps. Thank you so much for your support of the channel. If you want to find out the perks to being a creepy patron peep, you can follow that link in the description box. There'll also be a clickable link at the end of the video. So if you guys can come up with a catchy name for these videos, I don't know, like, what is it, like what, oh, that's Throwback Thursday. Shit, can't use that. Far Back Friday. Far out Fridays. Far out, man. Far out. That's lame. Don't know why I feel like I need a catchy name for everything, but if one comes to mind, leave that in the comment section for me. Much appreciated. Plan 9 from Outer Space is pretty well known as one of the worst movies ever made, and it follows aliens who are resurrecting dead humans as zombies and vampires to stop humanity from creating the Solaranite. I had to have that out so I could say it. Solaranite, which is supposedly a sun-driven bomb. It was super hard for me to separate this into likes and dislikes, because this is obviously just like a really crappily made movie. Like, there's a lot wrong with it, but I think it's all about how you see it. So if you're gonna sit there and watch it seriously, then, like, if I were to sit there and watch it seriously, like, I would probably have no likes and it would all be dislikes and I'd just be ranting out this movie. But it's, like I said, it's all dependent on how you watch it. So, this is one that's been on my watch list for a really long time. I was really excited to finally see it, so I feel like I was in a good mindset to watch it, and to me it was just like, it's hilariously bad. Hilariously bad. And it's one of those that I feel like is kind of like Troll 2 in the sense where you just get the feeling that the movie would, like, they were being genuine. Like, I feel like maybe they were being a little bit genuine, and I think that's kind of the charm of this movie, that it's like it's just hilariously bad, and it doesn't feel like they're trying to be bad. It feels like they're trying to make a legitimate movie, and that kind of makes it all the more hilarious. I feel like the story moves along pretty quickly, so it doesn't get boring or anything like that. And I did like a lot of the imagery, especially in the cemetery. Like, pretty much any time Vampira emerges, she plays one of the dead vampire corpses or dead humans resurrected as a vampire. She's always emerging, like, from, like, behind these trees, like, out of the fog, and she just looks really cool, obviously. So I really liked, that imagery of, like, the dead, like, just emerging to, like, bear down on people. It was pretty cool. Like I said, it was just, like, a thoroughly entertaining movie. It's one of those movies that like you want to see in a theater full of people who are all just like yelling and laughing at the screen. It's one of those. If I have to get into dislikes, which I'm like I said at the beginning of the video, it's I wouldn't even necessarily like they're under dislikes mostly because like this is like what is wrong with the movie, but it didn't lessen my enjoyment of the movie. But if you know you're gonna look at it with a critical eye, this is probably what you would pick out. Really bad acting by pretty much everybody. The only people that don't have really bad acting are Vampira and Bela Lugosi as like the vampire corpse people, and that's because they don't talk during the movie at all. I feel like maybe if they were given any lines, it would probably be a mess because the writing is awful, and all they had to do was kind of just like stalk people and, you know, emerge out of fog and things like that. So so like I said, the writing was really bad. The dialogue is super cringy and just like over, you know, it's that dialogue that just kind of explains everything for you instead of showing it, and it's just so unnatural and cringy. Set design is pretty awful. It looks pretty cheap throughout the whole movie, but there are certain parts that really stick out where you can just tell like there's a mausoleum in the cemetery that one of the reanimated corpses is buried in and kind of emerges from, and it just looks like it's made out of like plywood. You can just tell like there is just like if a strong wind blew through that set or something, that thing would just come falling down. It just, you know, looks crappy. And I think the funniest piece of set was this it was like the airplane cockpit or something, and more specifically it was like the little, I don't actually know, do you call them steering wheels? That doesn't make any sense in an airplane. I know nothing about anything, so I sound really stupid right now, but whatever you steer the flipping plane with, literally looked like these guys were just holding like cardboard semicircles. Like I feel like if they were to let them go, I feel like they weren't connected to anything. I feel like they're just like holding them and pretending to fly the plane. It just looked like something a kid would come up with. Like when like I want to be a fighter jet, and it's just something they would come up with as their steering apparatus, whatever it's called. Another thing that you can really tell the cheapness of is the flying saucers that people see throughout the sky, which are very obviously like little model flying saucers being held on string, and it's just so obvious. And the special effects are laughable too. So speaking of the flying saucer, there's a part where one catches on fire. It's just one of those things, like it's so bad. You can tell the scale. You can tell it's like a miniature flying saucer being held in front of like a painting of a town or something like that. Like so very obvious, and they literally just light it on fire. So was Plan 9 from Outer Space worth it? Yes. So glad I finally checked it off my watch list. It was so entertaining, and I definitely plan on watching it again. It's just one of those, go in not expecting anything and you will thoroughly enjoy yourself. So just out of pure enjoyment, I'm giving this a 4 out of 5. I thought it was so funny. It is by no means a good film, but it is entertaining. I will give it that. On IMDb, it has a solid 4 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 67% critic score. Or did I write 61? No, I wrote 67. And a 45% audience score. Come on, people. Roger Ebert, obviously they haven't reviewed it. So in terms of where to watch it, it is on Amazon Video in color, which is not how I watched it. I will leave an affiliate link for that in the description if you want to check it out. But I just went ahead and watched it on YouTube because it was in black and white there. I wanted to watch it, you know, the way it originally came out. So I'll leave a link for that YouTube page as well. And that's not an affiliate link, the YouTube one. They're both free though, so it's more just coming down to like, do you want to see it in black and white or do you want to see it in color? So if you've seen Plan 9 from Outer Space, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about it. You can find me at all the normal social media places. The links to that are in the description. You can find me on my blog at nightmaremaven.com. You can also find me as a contributing writer at morbidlybeautiful.com, and you can find me at patreon.com/nightmaremaven if you want to support the channel. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here and become a creepy peep today. I post videos Monday through Friday. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay strange. Bye.